What is up, my fellow Eagle, Fang, Miyagi-Do and Cobra Kai friends alike? In this video, I wanted to delve into something. I wanted to touch on Sam's arc this season. Now, it's no secret, I haven't exactly been the biggest Sam fan. For the first season in particular, and in season 2, she felt like nothing more than the plot device for drama. The plot device for conflict, for drama, for love triangles. And I said before this season started, one of the things that I was so craving, I was so hoping for, was an arc where Sam comes into her own. Because in essence, Miguel and Robby are out the picture. Like, Miguel's got the road to recovery, Robby's got all of the problems he has to deal with inside juvie, and obviously now we've seen all that play out across the season, and I'm happy that it played out the way it did, because it served Sam's arc. She was alone this season. She was in isolation pretty much, like a lot of the other characters. And it really allowed her to shine as Daniel's, offspring, the heir to the LaRusso legacy. She really kind of stepped up this season. She came into her own, and I was just so happy that she came through. And in my opinion, besides maybe Hawk, she had the best arc this season. Like, Robby's turn was unexpected and tragic and amazing. Miguel's recovery was badass and brilliant. Johnny and Daniel had good arcs, and they finally came together. And Hawk, his redemption, everything that led up to it, him beating the crap out of Brooks, everything about that was amazing. But in terms of, and when I look at a character arc across the season, I look at how a character evolves. Most of those characters stayed pretty much the same, or they just added to stuff that they've been done with previously, if you know what I mean. Sam here is far more developed than she's been ever. This season really brought Sam into her own, and the power of conquering her fear. And I said it before in my video on the arcade fight, Sam isn't necessarily afraid of Tory. She's afraid of Tory for sure, but it's the image of Tory. It's what Tory represents. Tory represents Robby running away, Miguel getting injured, and the whole school being in a complete fracas. It represents more than just a singular person. And it really, in essence, makes Karate Kid 3 look so much better when you go from Daniel in the fight of his life to Mike Barnes. I feel like that's what Karate Kid 3 was trying to do, was it went from, I'm not discrediting Mike Barnes, he's a hell of a fighter, I'm just saying in the context of the fight, it feels like we've taken a step down from a fight of our life kind of thing, to a tournament fight, if you know what I mean by that. And in my opinion, it adds to it, and it expands on it in a way that the movie kind of should have done a little bit more of, is really explore Daniel's PTSD, and then just the image of Mike Barnes, how it terrified him, everything that Mike represented. I feel like that's what Tory was representing for Sam this season, and it was so beautifully done. And in essence, the scene where Daniel and Sam visit the West Valley gym, where oh, this is where you beat Johnny Lawrence, and he's like, that was then, but this is also where I almost lost to fear in my second tournament, and it ties into everything that Sam's going through. And this is what I love about this show, is again, muscle top to the writers, because they don't just do stuff so you can go, hey, do you remember when this happened? It serves the story, it serves the current plot. And the theme of Daniel being afraid of Mike Barnes in the tournament, and at his words, scared the living daylights out of me, is exactly what Sam's going through. It's the exact kind of same thing. And Daniel has spent the first 2 seasons trying to be Miyagi when he just needed to be Daniel. And that's exactly what Daniel's doing here. He's using his own stories to influence Sam, to be there for her, to be her mentor, to be her father. And such a beautiful scene, by the way. But Sam's arc across this season, culminating in her saying to Tory flat out to your face, I'm not afraid of you, speaks volumes of where she comes from the start of the season, her having panic attacks, her having dreams, and all of that. And it's just, look, we all know Sam could wrap up Tory. Tory's a good fighter, but let's be real here. If Sam wanted to, she could lay her out into a pole. It's just dealing with the fear element. Now, obviously, Tory's going to get better going into Season 4. But I feel like in terms of power level, I feel like Sam trumps her. But she's not as aggressive as Tory. That's why it may seem like Tory is the better fighter. But Tory will just do what Sam doesn't, kind of thing. Now with Johnny Johnny in the picture with Daniel, people like Sam, Miguel, and Hawk, they're going to have offense and defense. And Dimitri as well, they're going to have offense and defense. Chris and Mitch, all these people are going to have offense and defense, and that's exactly what people like Sam need. But yeah, I'm just really chuffed with her arc this season. It was my favourite arc this season, and I say that because I didn't expect to actually give a shit. Like, you know, I'm just being real. I like to be honest. I'm more interested in Robby and Miguel's story, and, you know, Hawk's story, and the Binary Brothers, and hell, even Bert and Nate. But this season, I walked away going, you know what? Sam has actually climbed my character rankings. I rank her a lot higher than I did, and I can't wait to see where she goes in Season 4. It's not that I didn't like her in Season 1 and 2. It's just that I felt like she was lacking her own kind of arc. In Season 1, most of her arc, to me, was dealing with, you know, her identity, trying to fit in with the cliques of school. And then Season 2 was more about, you know, her trying to deal with the fallout between her and Miguel. But this was an actual, like, character growth arc where we really sort of see her come into her own. And she develops as a leader. Like, she develops as a leader. When Daniel's out of town, he's in Japan, he's trying to talk to Doyona, and she's taking the reins. That right there is character growth. She's taking the reins of the dojo and saying, look, he's out of town. It's up to me. Like, that, if that isn't character growth, I don't know what is. Now, again, you guys can have your opinions and all that, but this is just, when I do these videos, I kind of just give you quantifiable, objective reasons as to why I say the things I do. And I wasn't a big fan of Sam in Season 1 and 2. I can openly say that. I ain't got nothing against her, but it's not, she didn't have my favourite arc. This season, I think she probably had my favourite arc. Like, Hawk had my favourite moment. The moment Hawk switched, that was my favourite moment. The most heart-wrenching moment was when Robby switched. Those two moments. In terms of across the season, I think Sam has developed far more than anyone else in all of the characters. Like, the characters have grown. You know, Robby, Miguel, Hawk, Dimitri, all of them have grown. But I'm talking like just in terms of evolution from one point to the other. She's grown as a leader and she's come into her own, and it culminates in her telling Tory, look, I'm not afraid of your ass. I'm not afraid of you at all. And she's like, you know, and then Sam's like, you know where to find me. And it's like, if that right there isn't a character arc worthy of recognition, I don't know what is. And I'm so happy that she was away from all the lovey-dovey kind of drama this season and had an arc of herself. Now, you could say that, well, Robby and Miguel are still... Yeah, Robby and Miguel are still... Look, when I say lovey-dovey, I don't mean avoid the love. That's not what I mean. I mean, don't make it the central focus. Allow the characters to have stories outside of love that allows them to grow. And Sam really had a great arc this season that was still, in a way, connected to love between Miguel and Robby and torn between the two of them. But she grew individually outside of that. That's what I mean. And I'm so happy she came through. So guys and girls, leave your comments down below. Let me know what you thought of Sam's arc. I'm interested to hear what you guys have to say. I appreciate everyone stopping by the stream yesterday. It was amazing. I had a blast. It was a great fun time. And I can't wait to do it again. Also, Chosen Live will be happening every Sunday. So that's official. I know you guys want me to stream more, so I will be doing gaming streams regularly. So gaming streams will happen across the week. So fear not, gaming streams will happen across the week. But Chosen Live is every Sunday, just so that way there's a regular day and schedule. And that is literally your guys' time. That's my time to interact with you guys, and that's literally all it's for. In the gaming streams, you know, I can play through the games, and we can just chill, talk, and have fun, and all that kind of stuff. So, guys and girls, leave your comments down below. Let me know what you thought. And again, thank you all for 4,000 subscribers. I appreciate every single one of you. Onwards to 5,000. Let's get it. And leave your video ideas down below. Like, I've got a lot of ideas already, but I'm interested to hear what you guys want me to talk about, or videos you want me to cover, and all that kind of jazz. So leave it down below. And also, leave the comment that you want me to end the videos with. It used to be defeat does not exist in this dojo, and then it was your karate's a joke. Leave your comment of what you want me to say. Now, again, depending on context, if it's Cobra Kai, use a Karate Kid Cobra Kai quote. If it's Marvel, you know, I am inevitable. If it's DC, I'm Batman. You know, if it's Star Wars, may the force be with you. That kind of stuff. So keep it, like, specific to whatever the video contains. This one's obviously Cobra Kai, so throw a Terry Silver quote down there or something. Anyway, I will see you all in another video soon. And, yeah, for now, your karate's a joke.